Okay, so Luiza, get lots of questions on the podcast about how to pass your CII R0 exam. So the first question I'm going to ask you today, which comes up, is there an easy way to get to your level 4 qualification?
And that's a fantastic question, Sam. And I'm afraid the answer is probably not. I quite like that answer. It's a very trainer answer. Any level 4 qualification is going to take a lot of hard graft and a study plan. So there is no easy way to get there. Now, different qualifications, some are you can get there quicker, some you can get there slower, but all of them come with a decent amount of hard graft. You take something like CII Diploma in Regulated Financial Planning, that's got 6 papers. So with the best will in the world, it's going to take some time to work through those papers. And of course, it's also going to depend, are you a full-time student? Are you a part-time student? Lots of people are studying on top of a full-time job. So a good study plan, yeah, and it is going to take you a while, is the bottom line.
No worries. So are the examining body packages that are on offer, are they always the right way to go?
It depends on your learning style. The examining body packages are sold as sort of like a default option, and they've got lovely names like and you know, lovely names, and I can't actually, what is it, enrollment plus, yeah, and they're right at the top of the screen. And if you don't want an examining body package, you actually have to scroll right down to the bottom to find your standalone sit the exam option, which makes me a bit cross, if I'm honest. So I find that a bit disingenuous. It depends on your learning style. CII study guides, for example, are very, very word heavy. They're very text heavy. So they're a bit more like a technical guide than they are a learner's guide. But Sam, they suit some people. Some people like that style of learning. All I would say to anybody starting out on their journey, or even actually part way through, don't assume that's your only option. Yeah, have a look at what else is available. So don't go for it as a default. It may well suit you, but your starting point shouldn't be, you just go onto the website, you just click on that package, job's a good one. Yeah, they suit some people, they don't suit everybody.
Okay, good advice. So what other study options are out there for candidates to access?
Absolutely flipping loads, which is a brilliant thing for candidates. I've always been a great believer in market competition, and there's a lot of competition here because competition, yeah, breeds innovation. It breeds better study options for candidates. So there's a variety of different options, Sam. You know, there are alternative study guides, BTS do them. Yeah, there are e-learning programs, there are workbooks, there is the BTS app. Candidates have got a great amount of choice, which, as I say, yeah, has got to be the right way to go. The day we go down the road of the only choice is the examining bodies, I think that'll be a very sad day. And thankfully, touch wood, we ain't there yet.
Okay, great stuff. So another question that comes up, is there a minimum or a maximum timescale for candidates to attain their level 4 qualification?
Okay, there is definitely not a minimum, and how long it's going to take you again is as a minimum is really going to vary. BTS supports some academies where they are full-time students, so they can get, albeit still with a shed load of hard work, they can get from nothing to a level 4 qualification within 3.5 months. Yeah, but other people, as I've already mentioned, they're working full time. It might take them 12 months as a minimum, it might take them 18 months. So there's absolutely no minimum. When it comes to a maximum, in theory, there is a maximum because the Financial Conduct Authority basically say you've got 48 months to complete your level 4 qualification in. But it's a term that they use from when you complete I think it's not a relevant activity. That's what I was just about to call it, regulated. 48 months from when you complete a relevant activity. Now, a relevant activity could be, Sam, the first time you go and see a client under supervision. Now, that's not going to be when you're at the start of your learning journey. That's going to be a bit further into it. So there is that 48 months, but actually in practice, it's quite a bit longer. But you ought to set yourself a maximum, because some of these exams, it's quite easy to think, well, I'm going to do them, and then you're still sat there 3 years late and you haven't actually started. So a good study plan and some timescales, yeah, some touch points. When do I want to have that done by? When do I want to have that done by? Yeah. So no minimum, in theory a maximum, but do yourself a study plan.
Okay, so let's finish then on what's your biggest top tip to passing your RO exams and attaining level 4?
Absolute top tip is shop around. Yeah, do your due diligence. Do not just blindly go and click that button for the examining body package. Look at what's available. Pick the phone up. I mean, I'm an old bird. Yeah. Don't just email somebody. This is your career. You're potentially looking at spending a lot of money on support materials. Pick the phone up. Talk to a company. See what they do. Look at social media as well, because I'm a great believer that social media shout outs to companies that are doing well, yeah, they're really valuable. So do your due diligence. Don't blindly just click that button and think that's the way to go. That's my Luiza top tip for the day.
Luiza, thanks so much for all those tips about how to pass your RO exams and the best route to do so. I think if anybody's listening to this, really go and follow Bespoke Training Solutions and you can get plenty more top tips around passing your exams.
Brilliant. Thank you, Sam.